And up next, it's Truth or Fake, and we're staying on the topic of the hantavirus. Vedika Pahel joins me on set. Good evening, Vedika. Well, so as the number of confirmed hantavirus cases reaches 9, social media users are reviving COVID-era conspiracy theories about the virus. It's even seen resurface comments targeting billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates. Talk us through what you've seen.
Pandemic panic in yesterday's episode of Truth or Fake, and we talked about the conspiracy theories that hantavirus is a bioweapon created by Big Pharma to disrupt the FIFA World Cup or disrupt the US elections. But the rhetoric we're seeing online feels scarily recycled. It's very much the same narratives we saw 6 years ago during COVID, from claims alleging that The Simpsons predicted the hantavirus outbreak in an episode years ago, to claims that a document in the Epstein files shows that Jeffrey Epstein is behind this pandemic. It's got to the point where conspiracy theorists have resurfaced old comments made by Bill Gates, as during COVID he was the target of countless accusations then, and similarly this time conspiracy theorists allege that he is profiting off an outbreak in some way, that he is behind the health crises. Now, one of the clips being shared to support this conspiracy theory is a clip of Bill Gates from 2025 when he was a guest on ABC's The View, and he warned there that future pandemics could be worse than the coronavirus. Let's take a listen.
And it won't be the last pandemic. The next one could be far more severe. I mean, this one, it killed millions. It was awful. We got the vaccine. You know, actually, President Trump's leadership was a factor in getting that out quickly. And so when I spoke to him, I said, okay, here's some other medical innovations, including a thing called an HIV cure that could be accelerated. So, you know, we should be more prepared, both for a pandemic. I'd say that's still number one.
Now, online internet users reacted, insinuating that Bill Gates, who is a top contributor to the WHO via his foundation, that they reacted saying that he is benefiting from a potential pandemic, that he's exploiting health crises, that he's trying to make money via mass vaccination. Others said that he is predicting pandemics because he is planning them, and that this video proves that he's behind it. This is all very reminiscent of what we saw back in 2020. Now, it has to be said, though, that Bill Gates is far from the only voice that has warned of constant vigilance about future pandemics. Scientists have been doing it for a long time. If we look at this journal back from 2023, a group of researchers stated the risk of another pandemic occurring in the next few decades is ever present and potentially increasing due to trends such as urbanization and climate change. The same year, CNRS published this report titled The Endless Cycle of Pandemics, where it stated that conditions remain conducive to the emergence of new pathogens capable of triggering pandemics. So Bill Gates is not the only one, firstly, who has warned that we have to be vigilant in the future. We also have to remember here that the WHO has been pretty firm in its assessments that the hantavirus is not a pandemic. The head of the organization said that more cases might be identified, but there's no sign of a larger outbreak at this stage. Now, overall, though, these Bill Gates conspiracy theories have been unfounded for 6 years, and guess what? They remain unfounded to this day. That has not changed. And considering all of the conspiracy theories that we're seeing are just rehashed coronavirus scaremongering, it is not really a surprise that Bill Gates has found his name come back into the eye of the storm. But, Monty, there's no evidence to back it up. It's something that we have certainly seen it before.
And Vedika, there's another unfounded theory that claims the owners of the cruise ship where the virus began have links to an animal research laboratory. Tell us more.
That's right. There's rumours that the virus leaked from a laboratory. Again, this is very COVID-esque. But to support this theory, internet users have falsely created a link between the company that owns the cruise ship, that's Oceanwide Expeditions, and an animal science laboratory in the Netherlands. Now, viral post claims that the owner of the boat is the fabulously wealthy Van Vlissingen family, and that the owners of the ship worked in biolabs in EMC. And they shared screenshots mentioning Martia Fentiner Van Vlissingen, who is the former director of Animal Science Center at the Erasmus Medical Center in Rotterdam. She's associated with biomedical primate research linked to vaccine evaluation and pathogens. Now, I want to be very clear that this scientist has nothing to do with cruise ships. On the website for Oceanwide Expeditions, the name Vlissingen is very much listed, but it is not, there's no connection to owning the company either. It is, in fact, just the name of the place. It is a city in the southwest of the Netherlands where the head office for ocean-wide expeditions is located. In fact, the company actually has a different owner. It's the Van Gessel family. It's now run by son Michel Van Gessel, who took over from his father, Wijnand. So there is no link overall to link Martia Ventana van Vlissingen to the cruise ship where this outbreak began. The premise of this is also false because it's mistaking the name of a place, so where the head office is located, as a name as well. And there's also no evidence, Monty suggests, that hantavirus was created in a lab or that it escaped from a lab. But again, this is, as I said, it's very reminiscent of the early days of COVID-19. And it's the same misinformation and the same fears that we saw 6 years ago, just rehashed in a new format for a new outbreak.